There I am. Hey, what up, doing? Welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out Podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Curt Steele. Hey, on today's show, we look at how really playing in the Hall of Fame game affects the Lions preseason schedule. But do the channel a quick favor. Like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 2,000 subscribers, and we are currently at 2816. If you're new to the channel and you don't know how this show works, we look at Detroit Lions news, headlines, or takes. If we agree, we say they are bossed up with that big blade dance. If we disagree, we say they are balled on. We give our reasons why we agree or disagree. For live shows, we do it a little bit differently. I interact with you. I ask if you agree, put hashtag bossed up in the comment section or the chat. If you disagree, put hashtag balled on. We'll talk about it together. I'll put it on the screen. No hot takes here, just natural debate and our true thoughts and opinions about what's going on with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions, man. Sorry about that. Had some technical malfunctions this morning, but we're all here. We're good to go. Let's see who's in the building. We got a new member to the show, Sean Bird, new channel member. Thank you for joining up and signing up to the channel. Until the Huns in the building says hello. My man, King SJ is in the building. What's up, my man? All right, we got Mary Smith's in the building. How you doing there? Good morning. And my guy, Brent DeWitt. Salute, my dude. What's going on with you, man? All right. For this show, man, I wanted to take a look at how, and when I looked at this, the Lions getting the Hall of Fame, I'm like, that is interesting, though. And Motown Mitch is in the building, man. He says, what up, though, Lions fans? Lions rule, Bears rule. Of course they do. All right. So looking at this Hall of Fame thing, game, the Detroit Lions, if y'all don't know, I know all of y'all got to know by now. I mean, if you're a Lions fan, the Lions and the LA Chargers are kicking off the 2025 preseason with the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. And that's happening on Thursday, July 31st. Man, Lions playing football in July. Last time we've seen that happen, man. It is at 8 p.m. as they announced the Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Usually the teams that are picked for this game are linked to that year's Hall of Fame inductees. But this year, they're around a time they're honoring Chargers legend Antonio Gates. Although the Lions don't have anyone in this class, fun fact, Gates is from the D. So he gets it honored twice. Once for the team he played for and once from the team that was in his city where he grew up. This will be the Lions' fourth time playing in the Hall of Fame game. Their last appearance was back in 1991 when they beat the Denver Broncos 14-3. Now we know the Lions don't have a long list of Hall of Fame inductees, man. The last one was Calvin Johnson. We did not play the Hall of Fame game that year, but I think it's going to be coming around more often. I like the fact that the Lions are involved in the Hall of Fame game and being picked to be the opponent of the Chargers who have someone going in besides another team shows that the Lions are on the NFL radar. Now, starting camp early means a longer training camp for some teams. If a team plays in the Hall of Fame game, they got to kick off camp sooner than usual. For instance, last year, the Lions began camp on July 23rd, while the Texans, who also played in the Hall of Fame game last year, got to start on July 18th. Now, that's not a huge gap, but it definitely adds an extra week of training, which is important. The Lions have already canceled, their mandatory minicamp because of training camp starting early. So you can look at how playing in a Hall of Fame game is going to affect the Detroit Lions going forward. All right, so when it comes to that playing time, younger players will get a lot more of a shot. You know, you look at all the young players that we had in the draft and the UDFAs. They're going to get a shot to make the roster because they're going to get more playing time than their counterparts with other teams. With early games, there is even less of a chance of seeing the starters on the field. So rookies are the ones who will get probably the bulk of the action during that Hall of Fame game week, and which is great for them. Now, this also means we normally expect to see in the third preseason game get pushed up to the first. So a lot of the undrafted free agents and young players will be fighting on the spot to get a chance to show what they can do, and they'll be first up in the shoot on that in the Hall of Fame game. The only one thing that the time is one national TV game, which is a great opportunity for them to put something on tape, either for the Lions or for other teams. But it also means that the Lions are probably going to miss out on joint practice. I know the Lions, Dan Campbell said that he wanted to do two. I think it's going to be one just because of the quick turnaround from playing in a preseason game. It's just 2 weeks later. Both teams just may decide that the joint practices aren't happening. So I just think that they won't have two. They will just have one this year. And the Lions really do like those, man. The Texans and the Bears had joint practices with other teams after the Hall of Fame game, but they didn't do another one. That's from last year. So I don't think that they will get a chance to have two of the joint practices. So looking at that, man, what do you guys think about the Lions plan to end the Hall of Fame game? How it affects? I think it's a good thing. You're going to get guys that were drafted, and you get those undrafted free agents, and those guys that are bubble players are going to have some more reps. So let me know what you guys think in the comment. I think it's a good deal. Hashtag I'm bossing up that the Lions are playing in the Hall of Fame game and what it's doing to their preseason. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's see who's in the chat. For the rest, we haven't talked about everybody. All right, my man Attila the Hun says, Amin Hassan, the next Aaron Donald. I didn't see that. I saw that about Williams. I didn't see that about Aaron Donald and Amin Hassan. I mean Hassani. I don't think that's a fair comparison. That don't put it on a young man. that is some lofty goals for a young player, especially at the end of a draft. Broski Bear's in the building. What's up, Hitman? Shout out to Hitman. What up, though, Broski Bear, our resident Bears fan. I can't wait to see the improved offense. I let strict plays, more deep players. Add T-Sly is going to be scary. I think T-Sly is going to add a dimension that a lot of people aren't counting from him just because they saw him at Arkansas and what he did there. But that kid's they call him a workout warrior, but that kid's a beast, man. 4.3 speed and a 6'3" body. That adds definitely a dimension to our offense that we wanted. Let's see what's in the building. Hookadoo says, I'm all for the Hall of Fame game. Oh yeah. Okay. I feel you digged out. All right. There's so much depth that we need to see who makes the cut. Yeah. And I think with the Hall of Fame game, Detroit playing in the Hall of Fame game, I think it's going to help with that as far as kind of helping weed out and get that extra layer of time for coaches and to evaluate the players and, give those guys a fair shot who's on the bubble of the roster. Mary Smith says, I think it's good just to see what they have to work with on before the regular season starts. Yeah, it definitely, and it gives the new coaches, if there's going to be some wrinkles that they're going to add in and with Kelvin Shepard and John Morton, if it's going to be some new wrinkles and some adjustments they're going to make to their schemes, it gives them the time, extra time to work on it. So I like definitely to see what the Lions are going to be working with going into the season. So I agree with you wholeheartedly, Mary Smith. Brenda Witt, my man, says Hall of Fame game is great. I'm going knocking on the pro football off my bucket list. Oh yeah. Yeah. I wish, man, I need to get down. I need to get over to Canton. We'll get up to Canton because I live in North Carolina. I would love to do that one day to get up there and see the Pro Football Hall of Fame, go visit all the exhibits, go visit some of the players, bus that, I grew up watching. Of course, Lions, some of the Lions, and then some of the guys that or other teams that I grew up liking as well. Broski Bear says, Motown is unblocked. I don't block anyone. Why do you think I block you? Broski Bear does keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Well, because I cannot see your messages in the chat yesterday. I don't know what that is. It wasn't on my show. So, but yeah, Mitch, I'm not a coward. Well, I'm not calling Dan a coward because that ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna down talk my man Dan. But Broski Bear has a pretty thick skin. I don't see him blocking anybody. He might get blocked, but he ain't gonna block anybody, man. So man, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself, man. Hey, I'm going to give you a good minute, man. We'll hear from a special word from W. The Boss Up Ball Out podcast is sponsored by W Energy Drink. My favorite flavor is Irish Stripe, which brings you a blue tropical punch flavor. You know we keep it Honolulu blue right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast. It's the ultimate fuel for conquering all that is ahead of you. Here are some benefits. Get laser focused with green coffee fruit extract, which is the star of the show because it helps you concentrate. The drink provides brain food with L-taurine, L-tyrosine, and L-glutamine, and L-citrulline, which is all selected as the best amino acids that enhance brain function. It has the most brain-boosting vitamins such as B3, B6, B12, and vitamin C. The energy comes from 150 milligrams of caffeine per servings. No sugar. That's a big thing for your boy Curt. You know I got that type 2. You know, the sugars. No maltodextrin or artificial colors or dyes. No fillers or BS. Costs about $1 per drink, which beats your coffee or canned drink beverage price. No crashes or jitters or anxiety. You can find the link to buy W in the description of this video and use the code BossUpBallOutPod, all caps, at checkout to get 10% off your order. Take on the day with W. All right, let's get back into the chat. Oh, your message is coming back across the bottom of the screen. This is between my man Motown and Broski. Broski said, yeah, I get blocked anyway. Moving on. Extra practice is not a bad thing. Being in the Hall of Fame game gives you more practice. It's a good thing. Absolutely, Broski. It is definitely a good thing, man. Extra preseason games means more reps for our depth guys and recovering from injury. Of course, my man, Brent DeWitt. Definitely, man. I was definitely a proponent of the Hall of Fame, man. Make sure you check your man Curt still out over on Lions Nation Unite. I will be dropping a video today, so go ahead and check that thing out, man. Going to be talking about that Lions hometown draft pick of Isaac Tisla and why I like that dude. So make sure you check that thing out, man. We got a Boss Up Ball Out member in the chat, man. What's up? Good morning to my man WTNTV. If you don't know who that is, that's my man LL Cool Torrance right there, man. So what up, though, my man LL? What's going on? All right, bros, come on. Yeah. So, hey, man, let's get back into the show, man. All right, so the Lions have been doing something, and it's been like, they're signing these players to these nice contracts, and there's a different element to it. So let's get into that, man. We're going to talk about my man Kerby Joseph's new deal. All right, so Kerby Joseph landed a new 4-year, $85 million contract extension with the Lions, man. And it's getting the Lions are getting creative about some option bonuses every year of the extension. So the strategy is it keeps his salary and cap hit lower each year, but it definitely adds up to a hefty price tag down the road. So let's look at the details, and I'm going to give you, what I think. And this article is coming from Pride of Detroit. And the previous kind of topic came from a man over at Mike Payton over at A to Z Sports. So the signing bonus is $10 million, and that's $10 million per cap hit per year. 2026 signing bonus is $9 million, which is $1.9 million cap hit per year. 2027 option bonus is $16.5 million. His cap year for that year is only $3 million. The cap year in 2028 is option bonus is another $19 million with another $3.8 million cap hit per year. And then the option bonus for 2029, which is the last year, is $23,905,000, $4.78 cap hit per year. Workout bonus is $150,000 per year, up to the $510,000 game day roster bonuses per year. 4 bowl years are starting in 2030. It's pretty wild with the base salary has been kept under $2 million each year for that. The Lions are swapping out salaries for option bonuses, right? So instead of structuring the contracts by turning salary into signing bonus, the Lions are spreading over the contract. The Lions have done this all up front. All the money will hit the cap in 2023 for those voidable years and remaining guarantees from the exercise option bonuses. Now, if the Lions choose to extend Kirby Joseph before his contract voids in 2030, they keep those cap hits and spread them throughout the years of the extension. So they're basically kicking that can down the road instead of them all hitting at one time. Now, if the Lions decide to cut Joseph before that big 2029 option bonus, his cap hit in 2029 will be around 17 million to over 31 million. So he'll be completely off the books in 2030. So right now, the contract has him taking on a hefty $39 million cap hit that year. But, you know, you're looking at that year by year breakdown, man. This is pretty Kirby going to have these option bonuses, and his cap hit as far as the rate where he ranks as far as the cap hits for a safety are pretty low. So in 2025, this year, his cap hit is 3.86 million, which is 38th in the league. 2026, about 5 million, which is 23rd in the league. 2027, we're looking at about 9 million for his cap hit is about 11, and 2028, which would be third. However, there's only 5 players under contract, those safeties in the 2028 around that time frame. So you're looking at these numbers are based off current cap salaries. Now we all know that the salary cap is going to go up. In 2029, his cap hit is going to be 17.9 million, which is probably the first when he's the only safety on the Lions under contract. Now, one downside of setting up a deal like this is that at some point you're going to end up with a pretty hefty dead cap hit. But since the Lions have a bunch of players extension coming up, they're more happy to push that problem down the line for right now. So the Lions are paying Kirby Joseph has a record contract. However, you look at the way it's structured, a lot of his money is pushed into these option bonuses, and you can look at him and say, hey, you know, if he doesn't hit these numbers, he won't get the full amount of this bonus. So the Lions are doing a thing where they're being smart, but with the way he's been performing, I mean, there's a lot of years even before last year that Kirby Joseph could have been a Pro Bowl player, or, you know, at least a second team or pro, but he wasn't getting the love from either the coaches staff around the NFL or the media. But last year, led the league in interceptions with 9 and was a first team all pro safety. That's why the Pro Bowl snub seemed so terrible, because the fans voted him in, but the coaches voted him out. He didn't get enough support from the coaches. So looking at Kirby Joseph's contract, man, it's not as bad as what people, or the cap hits is as bad as what people thought they were. Really, most of even over half of this contract is tied up in bonuses. So, and if they're option bonuses. So if you look at what he's doing and things of that nature, man, I like this deal. It keeps him in Detroit. And I think you're going to see this for a player like Jameson Williams may get a similar type of contract coming up here in the next year or so, or Hutch, where they have a lot of good players. They got to re-sign. You got to remember, you got Jahmyr Gibbs coming up. You got Jack Campbell coming up. You got a lot of big name players. Brian Branch coming up. So you're looking at this contract, man. What do you guys think about the Lions using option bonuses for the we know what? I'm going to come back to that because I want to get into this chat right here. I see some comments going on, man, that I'm loving. I am loving some of these comments, man. So let me get into the comments. I'll come back to the Kirby Joseph topic, man. Yeah. All right. So maybe was a good morning and everyone. Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, LL Roy Detroit. All right, so Amara St. Brown, Raymond Patrick, and T-Slot, is he the 5th wide receiver? I don't know if he is or not. This is the comment that I saw That absolutely stopped me in my tracks. And Motown Mitch, man, salute to you for this comment, man. He says, Tesla, aka Vanillatron. I am dying. I'm absolutely cracking up with Vanillatron. That's absolutely bananas, man. Okay, man. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, that's wild. That is wild, my guy. All right. Brenda was at Tesla's making the 53. I think he is, man. Tesla will contribute on special teams to start with. Yeah. But if you look at the tape, man, and I would give a shout out to my man. He was on Coach Dan show the other day, man. A.B. Giovanni, man. Go look at the tape with Tesla, man. Tesla was a good wide receiver and a bad fit for offense, man. Good wide receiver, but he played in a system that primarily relied on the run. But that kid, he's a good route runner. He's a technician, and at 6'3.5", almost 6'4", the guy played in the slot. I mean, that's just not really what you see. The guy's fast. He's big. He's strong. He can block. He blocks to the echo of the whistle. I like what I'm seeing from Isaac Tesla. So probably Raymond by Thanksgiving, he'll be a vital part of special teams. Yeah, Vanillatron will be a third wide receiver by the end of the season. Meltdown Mitch, just put in the chat, man. How did you come up with Vanillatron, man? That is a awesome nickname, man. I don't see that. Now I don't know if he's gonna be that third wide receiver, but if he turns into that, man, that's good, man. All right, Attila said the Tesla by Thanksgiving will be too much potential starting by Thanksgiving. Too much potential. They can't cover St. Brown, J-Mo, Laporta, Gibbs, and Tesla. Yeah, good. Yes, Brent. Patrick last year with Raymond bumping Vanillatron to third. Man, that Vanillatron is killing me, man. I'll wait to see what Tesla does in the preseason before making a prediction on that. If he starts by Thanksgiving, that will be great. That means we got a deep squad, man. Definitely. Lions defense needs a ton of practice, open competition, defensive and defensive tackle. What does the Bears need? I mean, I get it. You're following our team closely because you want to see how they match up with us. But let's know what the Bears need, Broski. All right, probably moving Levi to edge. It could be. Looking at what's going on with the roster right now, he played some edge last year, that big edge. So could be. All right, Broski has so much talent and depth on defense, man. Some of our cuts might be backups on other teams. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna skip that. All right. Tisa compared to Megatron may want to pump the brakes on that one. I don't think he's comparing them. I just think he's just coming up with a cool nickname for the kid, man. That's what I think. What was that? Mapletron for the young fella that from Canada that everyone was trying to compare him to Calvin Johnson. What up, though, Brent? Don't forget third cornerback battle between Robertson, Rakestraw, Rock Yashin, and yeah, that nickel's going to be a battle royal. It is definitely. It's going to be a battle royal for that one. All right. When healthy, number one is even banged up early. Top season 5 to 10. Yeah. Okay. What up, though, Hookie Doo? All right. Until says yes. At the end, down 17 players down. They ended up with 20. Yeah. All right. Bro. Assassinine is the next Aaron Donald, and Tesla is the next Megatron. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't subscribe to that either. No one's comparing him to Calvin. It's just a funny nickname. Only comparison is speed and size. Talent sadly falls short, in my opinion. Anyway, yeah. I don't think you were comparing him to Calvin Johnson. That just was a cool little nickname, Vanillatron. I like that. All right, Bears needs a lot at quarterback first. All right, Hamid Horus, the Egyptian god of power, Hamed. Okay. Another try just popped into my head. Thought it was funny. It is absolutely hilarious. Hilarious. All right, guys. All right, getting into that. Back into that. The I'm sorry, the Kirby Joseph contract, man. You look at I mean, Brad Holmes is doing something creative with the accounting for that uh for the contract, man. I mean, you look at what he's earning. He's going to be his contract is the highest paid safety in history. But you look at the way that the Lions have constructed it, man. You got a lot of money tied up in option bonuses, man, and you look at it down the line. They're not on the books for him for a lot of money like right away. So smart move by the staff as far as making sure that he has the ability to be the highest paid. Depends on what he does on the field. So they're not just looking at what he did last year. They're looking at his potential of what he can do in the future. And some players, and I'm not saying I would never accuse Kirby Joseph of this, but some players get that big paycheck, man, and next the performance is going down, or they're not or they're started smelling themselves, or feeling themselves out there uh on the field, and they become divas. I don't ever see that coming from Kirby Joseph. I just think he wants a gold jacket, and I think he was going to do everything in his power to get it. So yeah. But hey, man, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans like yourself. One more comment here. I was agreeing with you, broski. A lot of battles for playing time because of the depth and talent when healthy. Definitely. It is definitely going to be a lot of camp battle. It's going to be a battle royale for the Lions training camp. And luckily, it's going to be a longer training camp because you're going to have an extended one because of the Hall of Fame game. So it's going to be an even more intense training camp for the Detroit Lions and their players because of the fact that they get an extra week or so to prepare for preseason with an extra preseason game. But hey, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you do me one quick favor. Make sure you follow the crew on your favorite social media platforms. My man, Coach Jones, does a great job over there on Wolverine Lions Sports Talk, and he does some content over here as well. He does some shorts. Make sure you check out his Beyond the Ropes boxing playlist on this channel, man, and give him some support, man, because he does a great job. Part of the Boss Up Ball Out crew. Of course, your man Curt still posts content from this show on all of my social media platforms, so make sure you go check me out over there on Facebook, my own Facebook page, on X or Instagram. Just come check me out, and then of course, make sure you follow my man LL Cool Torrance on his Maha Media pages, man. You're going to get some more content from him coming up because, of course, the weather's breaking up there in Michigan, and, he likes to do a lot of fishing videos and cooking out. So, this is my high lifestyle. So make sure you check my man out over there, man. Shout out to my man LL Cool Torrance, man. All right, so Mary Smith had a comment. She said some good news as far as Hutch. He's looking good. Yes, posted that video yesterday, came out there on his social media pages, man. He's out there grinding, running hard. Man, he is picking them up and putting them down, man. I'm happy to see him heading into the season, man. All right, one more. Even with Barnes, Davenport, Hutch injured, they were good. Once Alex Anzalone got hurt, it is when those things fell apart. And then Lehman Nell and CD3 got hurt. It was over. Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you guys for watching us right here. Y'all know how we do it on on Fridays on our live show, man. It's 30 minutes or less, like the old school dominoes. Do your man Curt still a favor. If you're having a good day, please spread that joy to someone else. If you're not having a good day, do not steal no one else's joy. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. This is Curt Steele, and I will holler at you real soon.